crazy about. It's just music.
Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. To go away to me. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. To go away. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. To go away to me. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. To go away. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. To go away. Simple. Oh, you gotta understand in your mind. Oh, you gotta understand.
Yo, salute, man. First and foremost, God bless everybody here, man. I appreciate you guys being here, man. You guys are the best. It's your boy G Malija and Knicks. Again, yesterday I was supposed to be doing interviews. You know, technology doesn't love me. The wire that I bought for the camera didn't work. So I couldn't even do the damn interviews, and I missed the whole watch along with you guys, man. So I apologize for that. So, you know, I just want to do a weekly show, and I need to do these weekly shows more and more often. First and foremost, I also want to apologize to you guys, man. If I guys ever made you feel like you guys weren't doing great work supporting this channel, you know, when I spoke about the low views on the other videos I was doing, I apologize for that, man. You guys have been the best. My core audience supported me for all this time, man. You guys have never changed, never wavered. I see some of the same names, so I want to say salute to each and every one of you guys that support the channel. For the new guys coming in, welcome. For the old guys who are still here, man, appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. So it was never that. It was just doing these doing these videos, and it just, you know, you sleep at 2, have to wake up at 7, you know, or sleep at 3 and have to wake up at 7. It gets a little taxing. So, but you guys always support, man. You know, when I take days here and there off, when I can't do the show, you guys always back here leaving your comments and the community tabs and all that stuff. So I appreciate you guys, man. So salute to you guys, man. God bless each and every one of you, man. But we got a lot to talk about, man. We got a lot to talk about. It's not pretty. First and foremost, I want to say salute to Kid Lamar in the building. Old Soul Chief, my yay. Captain Matumbo, my yay. And Old Soul Chief with the $5 super chat says Saipud never bros. I'm telling ya, before the price goes up, man, tapping with Saipuda. These beats are for what I think they are, man. Yo, they're dirt cheap right now. That's all I'll say about these beats, because these beats some of these beats are stupid, man. Excuse me. Some of these beats are ridiculous. So salute to Saipuda, man. That man is world class. Killer Mar, appreciate you, bro. The Knicks team just don't hit the same as last year. I don't know what it is. I don't get as excited, and this is the first time in my life I felt this way. Man, stop! Man, Gmo, stop fiending. Fiending for what? Anyway, let's get to it, man. The New York Knicks put an absolute stinker. Last game against the OKC Thunder, man. Absolutely terrible. No fight. First quarter. From the first quarter, when I was watching it, it just got bad. Excuse me. It just got bad. Look, there are elite teams out there, and I still think the Knicks are an elite team. Maybe the bottom half of elite teams out there. Right? But the way you approach teams, and it's something I realized with Tom Thibodeau teams, man, where at least in the past, it was always that he found a way to adapt to get better when he played a team a second time around. Now, granted, teams like the Celtics, the Magic were Achilles' heels last year for us but and in years prior, but more so Celtics. But Tom Thibodeau always seemed to come out a lot better in the second. That's why I always used to say that he was a game 2, game 3 guy in terms of improvements, not a guy who will make in-game adjustments. It's not necessarily the greatest of things to say about Tom Thibodeau, but you kind of saw it with him, right? This year, when you take away some of the things that he does best, right? Offensive rebounding, defense, in terms of the players that are on it. I agree, you do have players who are supposed to be playing a lot better, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby. But when you change the fabric of a team, and I'm not making no excuse for Tom Thibodeau, you start to see these things, right? You start to see these rifts. You start to see, you hope they're transformations that take a little bit of time, that will only take a little bit of time, but sometimes they may just never be fixed. You look at that squad yesterday versus OKC. The fact that we couldn't stop SGA from feasting on the screen game versus Cat says a lot. We didn't make any adjustments from there. The fact that we couldn't stop teams, they know. Orlando Magic already came out and said, we know how to beat the Knicks. The Knicks are going to play hard all 4 quarters, and that's mostly going to be on their starters. So it's a rope-a-dope thing on the Knicks. We know the Knicks are going to go, the Tibbs is going to coach these guys to go 100% for 4 quarters. Wait till their legs die out. Wait till they get tired. Use the transition game on them. They make one mistake, run on them. Run the floor on them. And you saw that with that team. You saw what the team is saying. Now, great, I like Isaiah Joe. That's my guy. Isaiah Joe putting up those numbers against the Knicks. SGA's SGA, but he learned from the first game, okay, I don't need to try to carry this team 1v1. Macabres can stay in front of me, but Cat can't. Well, and the funny thing is that if you watch, stupid NBA.com didn't put you can't get the plays for this game, which is annoying. There was a play I was watching where Cat was actually stuck on the island SGA, and SGA actually missed a shot. But this team right now is broken. Help defense yesterday was terrible. Huck Purdy, Josh at times. No one underneath to take the charge. No one underneath to step up and be the last man and force teams to pass out. We weren't playing for each other yesterday. There was no, I'm going to say camaraderie, it sounds corny. But in terms of like last year where we lived, like defense was a badge of honor. Even with guys who weren't the greatest of defenders. Donovan DiVincenzo's not a plus, he's not an above average defender. Ihart's a solid defender, but he's not a, it's not freaking Draymond Green out there. Same Mutombo. But what we had last year, guys were playing for each other. You saw the rotations. You saw the heart they showed the rotations. No pun intended. You show how badly they fought for every rebound, especially when Mitchell Robinson went down. Go watch those teams. Josh Hart, Dante DiVincenzo. Everybody's crashing the ball trying to get rebounds. Everybody's trying to take a charge. Everybody's rotating as the last minute and help defense. Yesterday showed me it's like the Knicks have taken on a Hollywood persona in terms of the mindset. We can outshoot teams and get us back into the games. No, you can't. We can outscore teams. We're gonna we're gonna out attack the basket teams. Okay, they made a shot. I will come back and hit a shot. They're gonna miss the next ones. We'll play the percentages. No. We don't have the defense to hang our hat on. Despite the fact we have two players in McCall and OG who should be anchoring, but again, sometimes the sum of the parts are better than the individuals. Sometimes the heart and the rhythm of a team defensively is better than you signing individual players. Now, again, I'm not poo-pooing McCall and OG and saying that we should tear down. I'm not one of these guys, right? But you could tell this team, they're not going out for each other. The fact that SGA, iHeart, by the way, let me tell you something about iHeart, man. I take the soccer approach, or I think guys should take the soccer approach, right? iHeart, go take your money, right? Do what you got to do. But you're going to be sent up there and doing all these celebrations. I know you got other players on the team, but damn, have some humility, dogs. You were not making $29 billion without the Knicks making you what you were. Now, granted, you showed spots here and there, but the Clippers didn't want to re-sign you. I'm just saying, that's my own pet peeve. You can do whatever you want, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like you should have a little bit of grace and be like, I'm not going to over-celebrate. The team, where my heart was, I know they couldn't re-sign me. I understand. It's just the money business. They couldn't re-sign me without going to second hit. They couldn't do it, so. But, you know, that's my own little pep. It's just, I don't know. I just think it's corny when you try to up in your previous team and they didn't do anything shicey to you. They did nothing wrong to you. But that's just me. I'll shut up. I'm sounding like a little biatch. We should have won this game. I don't care what no one says. We should have won this game. OKC's a good team. But everything they did, they just looked at the scouting report against the Knicks and exploited it. What's the scouting report? Attack cat off the pick and roll. Use transition to burn the Knicks. Dribble drive penetration kick out, which is the name of the game the past few seasons. To get the guys on the open threes. Run the floor on them. They're going to get tired. They live by and die by the stars. Tibbs doesn't like long rotations. Right? And I'm going to go to what Josh Hart said yesterday. So to everybody in the chat, man, I appreciate you guys coming on a Saturday, man. Freaking wild card weekend. It's crazy. Freaking the Texans mollywhopped the Chargers. Golly. 11 games over 500 mid-January. Knicks. I'm not panicking, but there are issues. There definitely are issues. Not to bring up another show up. Oh, Blanche Tears. Someone said, that's cool. So to Blanche Tears. Blanche Tears, someone said that stay with me is Tibbs. We had a G League coach smacked us up and down. Tibbs is stuck. It's always time for a J. Well, here's the thing. SGA is a generational talent. And he's an NBA darling. He's a chosen. Right? And Denagold is not a bad coach by any stretch of imagination. We like to sit up here and say, oh, who's this coach? But you know what's crazy? It's weird how we give coaches credit and when we do it. Denagold is a good coach. How do I pronounce his name? Denagold. He's a good coach. You may not know him. You may not know about him. That's on you. That's not on him. There are a lot of good coaches in the NBA that you guys, we do not know. We just know the typical guys and guys who break. And I know people, because people are Knicks fans and stuff. Look at Kenny Atkinson. There were people on the show, Nick G, who said he's not a good coach. I'm like, yo, bro, he's a good coach. Everywhere he's worked, he's helped develop players, bring them along. He's with the Hawks, he's with the Knicks, with the Nets. These guys are good coaches, but just because they haven't gotten an opportunity yet, or they're not tied to big names back in college or big teams back in college, does not mean they're not good coaches. Some of these guys are not former players. Look, and I like Sam Cassell, and I think he's going to be a good coach in the NBA, even though they said that he interviewed pretty poorly, whatever. Guys like Jerry Stackhouse, I did a video on him. I think he's going to be a good coach. The things he was doing at Vanderbilt, the pro-level concepts he was running at Vanderbilt with really nobody on that team besides Scottie Pippen Jr. for what was it, 1 or 2 years? Maybe 1 year? 2 years? 1 year? No, two, I think it was 2 years. But just because you don't know them, and just because whatever books y'all read, whatever coaches y'all listen to they haven't praised them, does not mean they're bad coaches. A lot of guys you guys think are good coaches, and people tune them out. Monty Williams is one of the players that we used to think was supposed to be a really good coach. Where's he now on the couch collecting checks? He ended up not being the developer we all thought he would be. But people swore by him. I thought he was going to be a good coach, and we're wrong. So All that stuff about these guys not being good coaches, man, y'all gotta stop, bro. Like, some of these guys are good coaches. Not some of these guys have just been largely assistant coaches. We're not. And you can't really like people. Someone said Johnny Bryant. Maybe Johnny Bryant might be a good coach in the future. Like I know his work with and how it's come up. His work with Donovan Mitchell and whatnot. But I thought Kenny Atkinson, because I was watching those Nets games, I was like, all right, you could see a guy trying to use a foundation. They use heavy pick and roll in that system. But he's a guy that basically made what Joe Harris was. He basically made D'Angelo Russell revive his career after what he did in LA. He made Dinwiddie a legitimate weapon in this league. Bruce Brown I think came out. Oh no, Bruce Brown I think may have been there, but I think he may have come after. So you can see it, but that's on the coaches. But let me get to Josh Hart, because Josh Hart says something really interesting, and I'm thinking I don't know who he might be talking about. I put it on Twitter. So it's my guy too, man. My man Old School on Twitter, bro. I'm gonna post his YouTube channel, man. He does these old school YouTube joints on former players, man. Very, very thorough work too, man. Very good dude too, man. Suits my guy. But I wanted to play something about Josh Hart to talk about what he talked about yesterday, and it's something that he's alluded to in the past. So let me get to this real quick, and then we'll get back to it. Hold up.
Point shooting over the last 8 games is nowhere near what it was to start the season. Is that part of the fatigue factor, perhaps?
It's NBA season. There's going to be peaks and valleys. There's going to be games that we shoot the lights out. There's going to be games that we can't buy a shot. We got to make sure we are focused. We give off the right energy. We can't have our own individual agendas. Can't do any of that. We got to make sure we're locked in on this team, sacrificing for this team, and go out there and play.
3-point shooting over the last 8 games is
Sorry, let me just restart that because I couldn't hear it.
3-point shooting over the last 8 games is nowhere near what it was to start the season. Is that part of the fatigue factor, perhaps?
NBA season. There's going to be peaks and valleys. There's going to be games that we shoot the lights out. There's going to be games that we can't buy a shot. We got to make sure we are focused. We give off the right energy. We can't have our own individual agendas. Can't do any of that. We got to make sure we're locked in on this team. Sacrifice to this team. And go out there and play.
3-point shooting over the last 8 games is nowhere near what it was to start the season. Is that
So Josh Hart alluded to something very interesting. He said that before. He's said this before, and I'm not exactly sure where he's getting this. Let me bring up my guy Darcy. Darcy, let me know when you coming through. If you're there. All right, I'll get back to
Oh, yeah, I'm here, bro.
Oh, what's good? Let me. If you could come on camera, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I am.
But Josh keeps alluding to the sacrifices and these terms, sacrifice and playing for each other, egos, agendas. And I'm just wondering, who exactly is he talking about? Is he talking about Brunson? People would think it would be so because Brunson is, the guy's probably taking the most shots on the team. He's playing a lot of his Brunson ball, a lot of hero ball, which it hasn't been working. I don't know if you guys saw yesterday his first 3 that he made. The first quarter, this guy was kissing God, high heavens, because his touch is off. So even it's going through his head. Is he talking about Cat? Cat's not even really been getting the ball really in his as much as he should be in the preferred spots, which make it the most effective. But is he talking about Cat in terms of his defense, not stepping up on the pick and rolls? Is that an ego thing with Cat? I think it's a scared. I think Cat is scared. I think it's a fear thing. Who exactly is Josh Hart talking about? And this sounds crazy, not to stir up any trouble. But he could also be possibly talking about Tom Thibodeau. Now, hear me out. Tom Thibodeau, Josh, I think Tom loves Josh. But I think Josh may also be alluding to Tib playing a very stringent style of basketball. It's not very malleable. It doesn't really change. You know what I'm saying? It took years for these guys to, we had to be able to switch on defense. I think largely it was personnel, but again, Tibbs just does not move off his square. And I don't know if there's certain things, if it's that Josh is kind of indicating that the guys on the team are playing somewhere because Tibbs just doesn't want to change it up for them. I don't know exactly what it is, but he is right. Guys aren't stepping up on the help. Help defense is piss poor. Guys aren't crashing the boards as much as Josh outside of Cat, who again leads the league in rebounds and I still believe leads the league in contested rebounds. I don't know who the hell Josh could be talking about, but it definitely is an issue. And the fact that you're bringing this out to outside the locker room is an even bigger issue. But let me get to my brother Darcy, man. Darcy, my boy hit me up this morning. He's like, yo, bro, we got to talk about this, man. And I was like, yeah, I got you, man. This is telling, man. Knicks are 1-4, I believe, in the last 5. They do not look good whatsoever. When we talk about elite teams, Knicks are at the very best, the bottom half of that. When you talk about so-called elite teams, they're looking like a paper championship team right now. Right? And I can't even say paper championship team because they don't have the depth to really back them up. But let me get to my brother Darcy, man. Darcy, how are you, bro? Let's first talk about the game yesterday. Your initial thoughts, and then we'll get on to Josh's comments.
Disappointing, right? And it didn't just start with yesterday. Just this previous span of games, right? I mean, the win over the Raptors, I didn't really, it didn't tickle my fancy that much, just given the fact that that's a team that we should beat. If we had lost, I would have definitely been disappointed. But I feel like over the past couple of games, I haven't felt the sense of confidence going into games that we would win. And I'm looking at the game yesterday, and I'm expecting us to raise our intensity and to come out and be ready to play, ready to get a win. We're on our home court. They just lost to the Cavs on their home court, so I thought we were going to come in and do our big one too. And we just didn't show up. And it was if we expected to trade points with them and for the game to go down to the wire like how the last game did. And we play like that from time to time. You know, we play like we think teams are just going to trade points with us and then just magically let us peel away with the lead. And then, no, it's not going to work like that. Not against really good teams like the OKC Thunder. You got to come out and you have to take it to them. You have to be assertive as a team. You have to play with a high level of intensity. And we didn't come ready to do that. And I'm not going to put that blame on Tom Thibodeau because he coaches with a certain level of seriousness every game. That's consistent, and he wants to win. I put it on the players. We lost a certain level of grittiness, and again, I'm not being a pessimist here, but this is one of those stages that we're in where we're not playing well, and we have to criticize it. We have to. You can't just act like it's an on and off switch for being a good team and being a bad team. No, you have to criticize the things that aren't being done well. And so I think, one, we lost a lot of toughness with giving up Dante and giving up Randall, right? When you look at JB, when you look at Josh Hall, when you look at Karl Anthony Towns, when you look at Mikal Bridges, these are all really nice guys. They're nice guys. Well-talented, but they're super nice and friendly guys. You don't see JB ever get into a situation where he's even getting ready to fight somebody. You know, that's not his demeanor. That's not who he is. That's not how any of those guys are. But we lost a lot of toughness, and the only players who can kind of even match that energy, even the slightest, is Miles, Precious to a degree, Mitchell Robinson. And, I mean, even then, Miles has kind of lost some of his spunk dealing with his injury issues. And then I think also with the pressure of being in an increased role and being on a real championship caliber team. And then JB is not looking like how he looked last year. And I'm not hitting the panic button on him yet because he does turn it up closer towards the middle of the year, which we are right now. So I'm expecting some kind of level of improvement. But he is struggling to find out how to still be the guard that he was last year while also making his teammates better. And I think to the comments you just read with Josh Hart, I think he was specifically speaking to, and not just him, but primarily Jalen Brunson. Brunson is dominating the ball. There are plenty of opportunities where I'm like, yo, you could pass that. and get off the ball. And he's just not doing that. And the thing about it is, I don't know if he's thinking about his teammates while he's trying to get downhill, but it just seems like he's just throwing the ball up and he's missing shots that he should easily make. And it's like, are you trying to really make this shot? It didn't look like it. Looked like you just threw it up. Like, JB has to figure it out, and he needs to figure it out quick, because when he's not confident, you can smell it on him. You can see it on his face. And teams are feasting on that because they're not scared of us. They're like, yo, you guys are talented, but you're not scary. You're not imposing. You don't have that will to win that we know we're going to come into a game and really battle you. No, we play you physical and we put a body on you through all 4 quarters. We got a good chance of keeping up with you as long as your shot's not falling, which is not happening right now. So we have to.
So, but let me ask you on that. So you know about the comments of Orlando Magic players have made after their win against us with missing 4 guys, right? Do you think because I think it may be the opposite. I think that there is some burnout. Now, I do agree with you. We don't have, man, Suta Dante, DiVincenzo, and iHeart, where I love Dante. He was an agitator. Teams would be having little runs on us. He'll throw a little elbow. He'll do a little sneaky little move to frustrate the other team and try to throw them off kilter, right? It wasn't as dramatic as, say, Draymond. It wasn't freaking Vernon Maxwell type. But he'll do something. You come down, you trying to showboat, you trying to shoulder shrug. He'll just, grab the ball and then hit your shoulder. He'll do something, you know what I'm saying? iHeart. As soon as a rough is about to happen, he comes in, he's moving players. You know what I'm saying? He's a big man enforcer. I do agree in that sense that we don't have that toughness, but I almost think that these guys are getting ran into the ground in some ways or they feel like they're getting ran into the ground, or other teams, let me say that, perceive this team as being ran into the ground. When you have the Orlando Magic saying, yo, we know how this team, we know how Tibbs play these guys. They're not going to rest. They're going to have to play the same intensity from quarter 1 to quarter 4, and they don't have the depth to really back them up. So we know, he didn't say in these many words, but just be patient. Run the floor on them. Make them have to run with you. Just let the game develop to where you start seeing diminishing returns on certain guys, JB, and you could catch them because they're tired, because their legs are ran through the ground and they don't have the depth to back them up or spare them some minutes. So I think it's the opposite. How do you feel about what the Orlando Magic said the other day when they beat us to that extent or degree? What we talking about?
I didn't hear. What did the Magic say?
So let me get the exact comments.
I didn't hear anything about. I didn't hear any post game comments.
Yeah, it was like Suggs. Magic's review. It's from the New York Post, which again they weren't behind the paywall. So hold up, give me 2 seconds, y'all. All right, perfect. They said. So KCP said. The blueprint of success. So playing 48 minutes, you're gonna get screened, you're gonna get hit. We're pushing the pace. All those are factors. And once we see you get tired, we've done our job. Now it's time for us to get the offense going. We're one of the most well-conditioned teams in the league. We're thriving now as a back-to-back for us. No one looked tired. Where's a comment? Hold on, let me see. Yeah, he said. So KCP said, we kind of already know Tibbs is one of them coaches that plays his players until the buzzer ends. We kind of know that from previous coaching or the team stuff like that. Those dudes play super hard. Added Orlando's defensive irritant, Anthony Black. Honestly, they play a lot of minutes. Yeah, other teams know that, of course. And then, yeah, that was about it outside the other comment I mentioned. But, you could just see, again, teams are going to run us pick and roll ragged. They're going to run guys like Mikal Bridges. They're going to run guys like OG Anunoby through those screens, especially attacking Cat, and get our 2 best defenders tired. Which, it makes sense. It makes perfect sense. And the fact that, guys, we played a drop back because Cat does a bad job on switching. But he has to be in the game for the most part, especially crucial situations. It's like every other team has a blueprint on how to neutralize our 2 best defenders in OG and Mikal Bridges and basically leave our whole defense open. Right? So I do think guys are playing, they're trying to play as hard as they can. Pause. But like, you just get diminishing returns if you don't have depth to back you up. If your center is playing drop back all the time and leaving your two best defenders in a bad situation, a bad spot on every other play. Look at the game yesterday with against OKC. How many screens did SGA eat off of? All night. Remember the first game? It was him trying to attack Mikal Bridges 1v1. It didn't really work until, say, the fourth quarter. This game, all he did was abuse screens on us. So I'm not sure, Darcy. I can't agree that we're not playing hard or trying to play to a certain intensity. I just think that teams have the blueprint because, again, our fatal flaw is the drop back defense. The defense, the communication is breaking down, tired legs, and teams have the blueprint, man. I don't know where do the solutions come from, bro?
I'm not sure if we have the depth that we need to win. What I don't want to see is for us to get our hopes up about this team and then get to the playoffs and these guys let us down in a way that we didn't expect or let us down in a way that last year's team didn't. Because that's going to sting a little bit more than anything. So another issue and I agree with your sentiments, but I think we'll figure something out. I'm concerned about OG to a degree. I don't think he's getting enough looks on offense. I don't think he's touching the ball enough, and I don't think he's playing with that fire on the defensive end as much because of that. On a lot of plays, it just seems like JB is not even looking to pass the ball. And it's tough because you almost need JB to turn it on and play his game for us to truly have a chance to really win. He has to be able to turn it on and do what he does. But when he's not making those shots, it just hurts us bad. Because we have so many offensive weapons. So for every shot that he misses, there was a pass that you could have made. So when you keep missing and your teammates also aren't getting the ball as well, but are expected to also carry the weight of defending all night, all 4 quarters, because we don't have great defensive players off the bench that can give them a break, outside of Landry Shamet and Miles McBride, depending on the matchup, we're going to struggle against certain teams in certain situations. We still can't figure out how to beat a zone. I mean, we got to figure something out, and I don't feel like trading Mitchell Robinson is the answer, because I feel like keeping Mitch is what's necessary at this point, because he's somebody that's going to help us to stop teams from going on runs with his presence in the paint, because teams are just getting into the paint at will. It's like it's not even an issue. Like, it's not even a challenge. These guys' layups are just like
ridiculous.
They don't even have to shoot against us. They can take it in if they want. They can get whatever they want. They can get the 3. They can take it in on
easily. Yo, bro, I was watching this game with son, and when I tell you, all we kept saying, bro, was he's gonna make the shot. He's gonna make the shot. He's gonna make the shot. The way Jalen Williams was getting in the second half, it was one of the more deflating games I've ever seen. And the point I made earlier in the show, that's why I was nodding my head in agreement. Because the Knicks we try to play Hollywood Knicks, where instead of trying to clamp down on defense, rebounding, controlling the boards, frustrating teams, making them take bad shots, making them take shots deep into the shot clock. We ain't trying to sit up there and score, go toe-to-toe with them and score with them. We want 140 to 139 type games, bro. That is not our team. I know we have a new makeup. I know we have new players. I get it. But, bro, if you don't have the depth or the defense, bro, we not going nowhere, bro. And this is not us. Now, you said something about getting into OG and Anunoby, right? Look, I've seen them try to get it in the post to OG Anunoby, feed it to him. OG himself, I think, has to also try to make himself a little bit more available in these post-ups. Many times he loses positioning. I'm seeing him fall into the ground. I'm not sure, it wasn't yesterday, but it may have been a Magic. And maybe OG was hurt, but your man was selling for fadeaway jumpers. He would catch a guy, jump in the air, and favor fading away from him versus trying to go up, draw the foul, get some contact. And I get it, OG's injury prone. I think that I want to say as a game, or maybe it's a Chicago game, he hurt his elbow too. So, like, I can't sit up here and say I understand the pain these guys are going through each and every game. But I just don't understand. Like, OG also has to make his open shots. The shot that hurt Darcy, bro, I watched OG Anunoby wide open at the top of the key. They got the ball to him. There was a broken play almost. He had like 30 billion seconds to shoot the three wide open. Your man gathered the ball because he knew nobody was coming, gathered almost like a free throw, shot the three and missed it. OKC wasn't even concerned about closing out on him. On a $40 million 3-and-D guy, they weren't even concerned about guarding him. So even when we talk about getting the offense more so through him, he got to hit the shots that are available to him, bro. And he's not doing that. And I understand, JB, I agree with you. JB is chucking. JB does not feel good if he doesn't feel good with a 15-10 game.
Nope.
And I said this time and time again. You gotta, outside of the off the field, the off the court stuff with your man Jimmy, you gotta take the Jimmy Butler approach to basketball. I'm gonna feed everybody else so defenses can't hone in on me. Everybody else is gonna get touches. All the young gunners are gonna have a feel for the game. So when I take over in the fourth quarter, if I need to, and they start doubling me or they start trying to trap me or do whatever, I can kick it out to Macau, who's already 8 for 10 for the game, or 8 for 13 in the game. I can kick it out to OG, who's 10 for 15 in the game. I can kick it out to Cat. I can feed these other players. And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is. JB, he was embracing that a little bit this season. He was embracing it, and he just stopped. Now it's the JB game. Ever since that OKC, the OKC game last week, it's all about Brunson. Yo, I gotta get this bucket. And teams just let him play right into the heart of the defense in the paint. All the help defense in the paint. I'm seeing JB, and I'm like, bro, you don't have to take that shot. You don't have to try to answer back. He's not even trying to. I would say not trying to draw fouls, but it's like he's just trying to. I have to get this point right back. Because in my head, they're on a 5-0 run, 7-0 run now, 9-0 run. I got to get this point right back. And it's not working, bro. Let me ask you this: is there any way? And I know if you guys can see what I put on the screen. I said, "What's wrong with the Knicks?" I put egos and agendas. The help defensive principles are dead. Brunson hero ball, lack of depth, no sacrifice, going away from Cat, can't control the game. Got to give minutes to Huck and Pacome. Now, interestingly enough, I just saw a report. New York Basketball is a Twitter site that covers like all New York basketball, but mostly the Knicks. And they said the Knicks are looking for developmental coaches for the Westchester Knicks because they're disappointed in the lack of product, a lack of production, or lack of results they're getting from the young players. Is this now turned into a blame game, bro? Within the organization, where it's Tibbs not trusting these guys, like he did say IQ even, or say even Grimes? Is it that the players aren't that good? You know, we saw some minutes from Huck Purdy that were mixed yesterday, even though I prefer Huck Purdy over Sims, man. What do you think it is? Is there a blame game? Is there anything you can get out of these young players in terms of Huck Purdy, Pacome? I think it's somehow Pacome, even Huck Purdy, but I'll let you answer that first before we move on.
We need to play the young guys, bro. We need to shake something up. We need more young and fresh legs and just energy on the court. These guys are not playing with the togetherness and just energy and spark that we need, especially during home games. Like, yo, fans spend a lot of money to pay to come to these games. So what? Watch y'all get blown out in a game that should have been competitive? Now, Thibs tried to shake it up and put Huck Purdy in there, but to me, Huck Purdy should have been getting minutes. He's a 7-footer. Why are we deploying 6'8" and 6'9" power forwards at the 5 when you have a 7-footer on your bench who you've already signed to a contract? Give him minutes. Give him minutes. Pacome, 19. You drafted him. Young guy, raw. He gets in the game. He plays with confidence. He doesn't seem like the lights are too bright for him. Give him some minutes. Why did them start out doing that in the earlier games and then he just cut that out? And it's like, bro, you can't just let that happen and then you just completely never give these guys any minutes. And now these players are just, oh, we got to play 40-something minutes. Macau, had a great December. But you playing 40 minutes a game, it's going to be tough for you to keep scoring. You got to get Pacome in there to get some shots up, to get the ball moving. Every player should be touching the ball. We almost play Cat like he's Mitchell Robinson. Like we forget that we have a scoring big. Why is Cat doing laps up and down the court without touching the ball? Like, what are we doing? JB, pass, move the ball. I understand you want to be an all-star. I get it. Cat too, I get it. That's what I think Josh Hart is talking about. These guys wanting to get their numbers, to get their all-star votes up and get that nod. Y'all gonna get in there. But it can't come at the sacrifice of hurting the team. That can't be the case. Everybody has to touch the ball. Macau, you got to get him the ball in the right spots, and he's just not hitting them right now. But like I said, Dibs got to switch it up, man. Let these players feel like if they're not going to play well, that they will hit the bench. They can stink up the place and know, hey, you're going to keep getting out there. You're going to keep getting those minutes. Dibs is not going to take a player off the bench and see if they can give us something. You telling me none of those young guys on the bench could give us 5 to 6 points? That would have been more than what OG and Macau put up.
It's not even the points, too, because Pacome... Now, funny enough, Mikal Bridges, his offensive numbers, have seemed to get better with more and more minutes, which I'm not saying is a great thing, but he's a weird anomaly. But Pacome just defensively. And this is what concerns me, because we talked about the early group last year with guys like IQ and Grimes and how they kind of won over Tibbs on the defensive end. And when you watch Pacome, I'm just like, where's it at? They're not seeing, like, is it that Pacome, is it the intensity, is it focus? What is it with about, say, Pacome that he can't garner 5 minutes, 2 minutes here at the end of a quarter, 2 minutes here at the end of the first half? What is it about Pacome that he's not impressing these guys? He's not impressing Tibbs to give him that leeway, to give him those minutes, right? I'm just concerned. It's like, I don't want to blame it on scouting. Is it Tibbs not trusting these guys enough? Is it that they're not showing up in practice? I have no idea. Now, I'll give you this, Darcy. You and I want to say Ace also said this, right? Even though I still think JB is a point guard. But for right now, because I think Josh is our second best, third best if you count Cat, facilitator and playmaker. I want to see JB operate off the ball. I'm not saying JB is Josh is a better facilitator than JB. He's not. One thing that you know about JB, he's going to try to find the right pass, even to a fault. Now, again, I'm not saying that JB's going to come down, run ISO, and try to break his man off the dribble and kick it out. What I'm saying is that we have enough plays and enough simple plays. Don't have to run some crazy, intricate basketball. But we have enough plays to get JB open. We run a lot of weak side screens for Mikal Bridges. We've done it for JB before, but it's just obvious when it's just Josh trying to bring up the ball half court and kick out to JB versus, okay, we're running a play that we have several options and JB's one of them, right? So I'm talking about staggered screens. I'm talking about the pistol action we run where JB's coming out bringing the ball. Cat sets Mikal a screen. Mikal gets the handoff, and then Cat rolls to the basket. JB splits out. Macau handles the rock, whether he wants to pass, attack the basket, shoot the rock. Run these plays. Sometimes the best way to get guys back in terms of rhythm focus, in terms of playing good basketball, you create the structure. That's it. Just go back to creating a structure. Make sure we just have an offense where we run plays that get the ball to the best option on each and every possession. Simple as that. I don't want to see games where we had a game against OKC, a game against the Bulls. Your man Cat is talking about, yo, I was tired, but. And I'm like, yeah, but in those end of the games, we didn't even feed it to Cat in the post. If you're tired, you eat in the post. You eat in the post. You slow the game down. You draw the fouls. You punish the mismatches. One thing I don't see as much anymore, I don't see the screens where Cat purposely gets the screen to get the switch. Man, he drags his man almost to get into the low block on the other side, and the point guard comes over, the ball handler comes over and gets to Cat in that same post-up position versus that small defender. Smart, sound basketball. K's drawn a lot of fouls doing that. And that's on Tibbs. That's on Tibbs. I know Tibbs likes a lot of read and react. I know Tibbs likes to give a lot of leeway, a lot of control to his drums on the floor, which is admirable, which is great. Makes guys feel like they're important. Makes guys feel like, hey, I have to have a certain level of aptitude to even have this privilege, to have this green light, right? But sometimes you got to correct some of these guys, bro. These guys are fallible. They're human. They make mistakes. JB right now is the same mistake. We've seen guys like Randall. I got to score. Well, Randall's a little bit different, but I got to score to be impactful in the game. Bro, JB could easily have a game where he's having 15. He got 15 points, 18 assists. Just for the way he dribble drive penetrates into the paint, just because he has so much gravity. But you got to throw a monkey wrench into these teams' defensive psyches. Their scouting reports. They know you're gonna try to play hard, answer back with points. That can't be it, man. So as you can see this list as Darcy gets back, Darcy doing his thing right now. But as you see the list, man, egos and agenda. You good. You have something to do.
I'm here, bro.
Egos and agendas, help defense, defensive principles are dead. How many times y'all saw yesterday guys weren't stepping on the help defense? Huck Purdy got caught once, but Huck Purdy's a rookie. I'm not gonna kill him like he was supposed. He has to not. But I've seen it by OG. I've seen it by Cat especially. And I had a little video I put out on Twitter. But we have to abolish the drop back. The drop back doesn't do anything for the Knicks. The drop back does absolutely nothing for the Knicks. All y'all stout nerds out there, y'all swear the mid-range is dead. Tell me why teams run the freaking pick and roll heavy on our bigs who play drop back. And I'm seeing drop back by guys who have 10 times better lateral quickness than Cat. Sims, who for some reason went from a guy could be left out on an island with some of these guys to he's playing drop back too. But Cat, if we're gonna have Cat in end of games, and by the way, I forgot what game it was. Not the Rap. I don't think it was a Raptors game. It may have been a Raptors game. No, it was a Raptors game because it was a close game in the fourth, a close-ish game. When they took out Cat and they took out Brunson for defensive purpose. It may have been the Christmas game against the Spurs. But abolish the drop back, Tibbs. No more drop back. I need to see 2 things on defense, or 3. 10 times more help. We got to go back to the Pat Riley coaching. Guys getting punched in the mouth in practice. Xavier McDaniels, Charles Oakley. Dudes getting elbowed in the teeth. Y'all guys got to commit on the help. Make teams wary of driving into the inside and finishing off of screens, bro. And the drop back, no more. Big man, if you get stuck on an island, at the very least hedge. Wait till your guy gets back. But I've counted too many opportunities, including that Magic game, where we don't hedge, we don't step up on defense from our bigs. But if we did, we could have trapped the ball handler. Now he doesn't have a passing lane. He has to pivot, turn around, look to pass back out on the outside. You just wasted 3-4 seconds on their shot clock. And that's the situation Tibbs loves. Putting guys in precarious positions, putting them late in the shot clock where now they have to hoist up a 3. It's better. It's 10 times better to have to hoist up a 3 versus shooting a 3 in rhythm. It's like we don't. Look, man. I'm not saying telling Tibbs. I can't. Tibbs is a 10 times better basketball mind. But I'm just saying what I'm just saying what I'm seeing. I'm just saying what I'm seeing. This ain't it. This ain't it. Abolish the effing drop back. It's garbage. It means nothing. It does nothing for us. Wendell Carter abusing us in the mid-range. Cole Anthony. Man, Courtney was almost, I don't say as good as dead, but that dude, come on, dogs. Come on, dogs. This is one of the reasons why I play a guy like Huck. Huck will try. He just loses focus at times. But he tries. And the rest of you guys too. Josh, Cameron Payne. I thought it was Cameron Payne twice. Y'all dudes are getting beat on every backdoor cut. Knowing the man. These teams are running prison offenses on us? My guy, yo, how do you guys lose so much focus on your man? The baseline is your friend, but you guys are watching the basketball like you're a spectator. Getting beat on backdoor cut. There were literally yesterday, there were 2 backdoor cuts. The second was done on Cameron Payne. I can't remember the first one. I thought it was Cameron Payne, but someone said it wasn't. OKC ran the same play twice with the backdoor cut. They ran the same damn play twice coming down the court, bro. Do you understand how embarrassing that is? People that make an average, lack of hustle. Yes, it's also lack of focus, lack of intelligence. Your man just beat you on a backdoor cut. You're supposed to be being like, yeah, he's not beating me again. Pause. That sounded crazy. But all these guys are supposed to step up. Achua, bro.
Nah, that play was crazy.
That was crazy. My bad, Doris. Lack of depth. I know McBride just got back. That's my son. That's my freaking son, man. But your man is often injured, bro. He's too often injured. At least this season he is. And then Cameron Payne.
I know one thing.
Go ahead, Darcy.
They better get it together because the trade deadline approaching.
February 6th.
And we already know if it ain't looking good to where Leon Rose can confidently feel like, nah, we good, then he gonna pull the trigger.
So I'm gonna get to who to even think about trading for. What are the improvements you making now on the court? If you Tom Thibodeau, give me 3 of your on court improvements you making now.
I'm definitely giving some minutes to Huck Porty at the 5. I don't think I would necessarily make any major changes other than just giving some bench players more minutes so my guys get more rest. And I get a chance to see, one, who can contribute if need be. You don't want to wait till playoff time where, God forbid, there's some kind of damn injury and now you got to plug one of these guys in and you didn't. They haven't played all season.
I agree.
Like, you don't want that to be the case. You got to get guys' feet wet now. So when the playoffs come in, it's a whole different energy and vibe. Everybody on the team 1 through 15 is ready. We're not there yet. And again, it just seems like our starters are carrying this team so much, and that's not going to be enough to win. You need guys that can come off the bench and carry the offense. Miles McBride, I'm not sure he's ready yet, and that doesn't mean, trade Deuce. To me, you keep him because he's on a cheap contract. But you need a scoring guard against him, a guy that can at least get you 10 points off the bench a night. OKC has about 2 to 3 guys that are averaging 9 to 10 points a game. These are all guys that on any given night, whether they're streaky or not, one of them can give you some points off the bench and help keep the offense up. You need that guy. Campaign is not showing it on a consistent basis. Shamet is not getting his shot up enough. I don't know why.
Terrible, son.
It's like, bro, you're a shooter. You have to shoot. Shoot.
Your man can't shoot to save his life, son. And granted, look, last year he shot 34% from 3, so his numbers have kind of been dipping, even though, before that he shot 37. I think the year before they shot 38 from outside, so it could be aberration, but it also could be him getting older and less effective. But, excuse me, your man looks like Trid Dash, bro. I see him out there, and people try to tell me, they brought him here for his defense. No. His bread and butter, even though he's playing, he tries on defense, his bread and butter is just shooting. But, go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, Landry Shamet has been Garbaggio to the fullest, bro. You know one player who I would like on this team, man, and he's not even playing this season, that could be decent for the Knicks because he was, I think he's still a good playmaker, even though his shot is falling off a cliff because of injury is Markelle Fultz. Markelle Fultz. No one talks about him. Now, granted, he wasn't. Last year, he got in some injury issues last year with the Magic. So he just wasn't 100%. But I thought the year before that, and even when he came back from injury, as a creator who could beat his man off the dribble, who could facilitate, I think he's a high level. I think he's an underrated facilitator, right? He could take his man 1v1. He could operate off the screens, and just needing those guys. Now lineups are going to be staggered one night, so it doesn't even matter. But a Markelle Fultz type for this Knicks team for that bench, because we don't have creators really. I think he could do some damage. Now, again, his numbers dipped badly last year. I'm not going to sit up here and lie about it. He just had some injury stuff. He was out for a good chunk of the season. Only played 43 games. Started 18 of them. His assist numbers were down. His points were down. But I would love a look. But unfortunately, the fact that we're only 500K below the second apron, again, Brock Aller's a genius. I'm not sure how it's going to work. But, you know, we need something. And it's not going to – I'm not sure if it's – because I'm not even sure you saw the last comments, Darcy, according on Mitchell Robinson, where they said that teams around the league, I think it's according to Stephen Bonnie, basically like, yo, we know Mitchell Robinson is hurt and we're not trying to trade for him. Like, he's an injury-prone player. If we trade for him, are we even going to get, you know, a guy who's going to be healthy enough to play, blah, blah, blah. So other teams are seeing that Mitchell Robinson's an injury. They're labeling him now as just injury-prone. It's not, oh, fluke injury here, blah, blah, blah. It's, he's bad goods. As much as I love Mitchell Robinson when he's healthy, which could be actually a blessing, man. Mitchell Robinson comes back and plays tough for us. No one trades for him. He'd be the guy. He'd be a defensive anchor, rebounding anchor, help us get some second chance opportunities, stop other teams from getting their fast break opportunities and stuff, and not leaking out, but getting rebounds and pushing the tempo offensively. It could help, but you know, what assets do we really have? I like Miles McBride. I'm not sure how much he's garnering. And he's missed about 10, 11 games this season. So I can't call it, bro. But I gave my solutions as to what I think the Knicks should do, man. Again, play JB a little bit off the ball, Abasa drop back, play Huck Purdy and Pacome, even for defensive minutes, doesn't really matter. Just get those guys out there, get them acclimated, make them. I think they're tryhards, which you want from young players, right? That's what IQ was. That's what Grimes was. Let these young kids play a few minutes. Not saying you're gonna be lifesavers or whatever, but if you could spell guys a few minutes and get some points off of defense or stop the other team from scoring, it's just as good as a JB jump shot, right? So I take that, put that in the equation. Josh Hart needs to be much more of a much more facilitator. He's a great connector, but I want to see Josh Hart running the. I don't even see Brunson and Josh Hart run the pick and roll. And a few times they did this season, it was successful. It's crazy. I don't even see, bro. Josh Hart should be our Bruce Brown. Our small miniature center. Running pick and roll with him, that short pick and roll with him and Josh, could be deadly. Have Cat on the other side with his big. Pause. That sounded crazy. With his big man defender, they on the other side. They on the weak side. Now you have the middle of the court, the paint a little bit more open. And if he wants to commit, I kick it out to Cat on the wing. I know they don't like Cat's not good in the corner, but I'll kick it out to Cat on the wing. Learn how to use these guys' skills. JB, yes, we understand he's a point guard, but doesn't mean he has to touch the basketball every time he comes down the court. He just doesn't. So, man, this is man, we are. I don't know, son. I don't know where this team's gonna go, man. Josh is talking. Guys gotta get their genders. Like Darcy said, guys trying to make the All-Star team. But I can't think that Tom Thibodeau, and Tom Thibodeau is a guy that if you are one of his players, look what he did with Lil Dang, he will try to get you paid. But I can't think that Tom Thibodeau is going to try to get you paid at the expense of the team. I just can't. Let me see. Josh needs to be on the bench. Why? Without Josh in the starting lineup, who's helping to rebound with Cat? They're giving Cat the Mitchell Robinson treatment, y'all. They throwing 2-3 guys to basically crash the boards and get rebounds from him. Or still those potential offensive rebounds. You need Josh to get some of these rebounds. Who's going to get them? Macau? OG? JB? No. Let me see. Josh has been terrible defensively. The Knicks starting five is the worst defensive stars in the NBA. It's crazy. And by the way, you know what the Knicks starters are? The best offensive squad in the league. They were before yesterday's game. We were averaging 97 points in the league, which led the league by like 3-4 points. But defensively, yes, they're one of the worst. JB and Hart are the first line of defense on the perimeter. I would like Ben Simmons though, no doubt. I hope that happens. The bench is right there. You have athletic center Purdy, a good point guard, and Kolek. Shooters in Pacomi. McCullough just needs to. Well, McCullough's hurt. Kevin McCullough is not playing, bro. He's had the same knee injury since he came out the tournament last year. Oh, no, sorry. It was before the tournament. My bad. He's hurt. He's not playing. Josh Hart needs to come up the bench with Mitch and Deuce. Coming soon, says Esteban. Nebhart, salute, bro. Showcon, Brooklyn's not buying him out. He's a perfect fit for the Knicks. Tibbs on how to run zone. I wish we could have gotten Andre Drummond. That's one guy I kind of regret not campaigning for a little bit more.
I mean, why do we not have TJ Warren coming off the bench? Like, this is a guy who is instant offense, veteran experience. That's a guy you need off the bench. The Knicks should be figuring out some kind of way to get him up. Like, why are we not improvising? We have to learn to work with the resources we have. With us being a second apron team, we're not going to have the flexibility to pull off trades and just patch issues that quickly. You have to be able to lean on the guys that you have on your bench. Why have guys sitting on the bench that the coach does not trust? The coach, it shouldn't be a situation where you're forced to play these guys for them to get minutes. Yo, call TJ Warren up. He's a veteran guy that can give you 10 points off the bench. Probably can help get these other guys going too, because defenses are going to now have to focus on it. We don't have that guy off the bench that defenses have to prepare against. So nobody's putting pressure on the ball. Like, I don't know, man. It's annoying, bro. We're not utilizing what we have, and this is a situation where you have to. You don't have the depth. You only have young guys on this team. Kolek, get him in there. Pacome, get him in there. Huck Porty, get him in there. Get these guys 10 minutes. 10 minutes, Tibbs. 10 minutes. God damn.
Yo, Esteban Nebhart, man. That's my guy. That's Esto? Yo, that's my guy. First, look, I can't fight against Darcy's sentiment. Get somebody in here. TJ Warren's a guy, I don't know, because he might be a little, but you got to find something. Got to find something. I don't know what the guys are showing you in practice. I don't know what it is. But Tibbs, you got to break that stubbornness. Let me say real quick to my guy, Esto. That's my guy, man, son. Straight up enforcer styles, man. What you talking about, man? That South American black, man. That's my dude, man. Salute to my bro, Esto, man. That's a good dude, man. Hopefully I see you again in the future, bro. That's my guy, man. Salute, Esto. Let me see some of y'all comments. Tibbs has a losing playoff career record, and he's been fired twice for playoff underperformance. 16 years as a head coach. He's never made an NBA Finals. Trades for this week for sure. I feel you, bro. Also, all our starters are soft. Jonathan Rodriguez says, Legion took a bunch of injuries of players out for Tibbs to play Grimes' rookie year. Well, I wouldn't say Tibbs was ready his rookie year. Grimes ready his rookie year. Now, the second year, he got the starting position. He poo-pooed it. Now, he's doing better in Dallas, but I think Grimes is one of those guys that he doesn't play well in big cities. He just doesn't. And if Grimes was actually decent last year, we wouldn't have traded him for, like, we would have held on to him. And I still think he doesn't get paid until, next year? So, part of that's on Grimes. Grimes got the opportunity to itch the bed. He said, Jimo, we mad here, and you're playing at 19. This is not no love music. This is that contemplative music, man. I got you, bro. I'm going to change it, man. He said we want to rob or this guy's stupid. Yeah. But nah, son. This is trying to find the answers, bro, and it doesn't get easier. Look at what's happening in Eastern Conference, bro. The Pistons are right there, bro. And I said this a few years ago. Not to say I'm saying the Pistons are gonna be world beaters. I'm not gonna do that. But I said two teams. Watch out for the Orlando Magic and the Rockets. I've said that. And I said with Cade Cunningham, watch out for Cade. I just had a conversation. I was doing an interview at a game I was playing at today. And my man said, yo, bro, Cade, what did he say? Cade is not a professional point guard. He is a something point guard. I got to get the phrase. But what he said was so real, son. what he said was so real about Cade and that team, how they're playing now, the Pistons. I think they're a game above 500, I believe. They are 19-19 now. They're about to beat the they may be the Raptors, 119 and 112. So we got teams that are coming up. You got Paolo back. So the Magic are right there. You got teams with younger teams with depth. We got to find a way. We got to find out.
We don't have to play the Magic anymore. So not until
right. But I'm just talking about the Eastern Conference. Those guys, right? The Magic. Yeah, we played the Magic like 3 times in a week or something like that. But I'm just talking about in terms of those guys moving up the Eastern Conference. And it's not sweet for the Knicks. Ray knows who's up top. Cleveland, Celtics, we got that. But we got some irritants coming up. The Hawks are a team that we've had issues with. The Pistons, I know they beat us. I know they beat us only one game, but still, how the way Cade is playing, how those young guys are playing, bro, they look a lot better than years prior. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the coaching. Monty Williams just wasn't it, but Kool Kincaid is playing like a top 10 point guard. That dare I say top 7 point guard in the league. I'm just saying, man. I don't know what's gonna come, but it has to. If our next, let me ask you this, Darcy. Where do you think our if we were to try to trade for a player, and you have to trade a young player, Miles McBride, Mitch, I'm just in general, should it come from more the defensive area or the offensive area? You could only do one trade.
You need a player that can do both. No, I mean real life, bro. Real life. You can't, son. Because if you have to give up Precious Achiuwa, if you have to give up Miles McBride, you need to get a player that can score and defend, right? This has to be a player that can play physical and a player that has the mental toughness to add to the team. Right now, I don't question campaign come playoff time. I don't question that these guys are going to bring it come playoff time. I'm just concerned about the depth depending on the matchup. Because if you make it to the finals and you play a team like OKC and they do to us like what they did yesterday, like we can't handle that as a fan base. Like if you make it past the Eastern Conference Finals and you go to the finals, you need to win. We cannot keep dealing with the shortcomings. Like we can't take that much pain. If we got to, we will, but we don't want to. So it's like, yo, Leon, you need to do everything you can within your power to position this team to win a championship this season. Now, I'm not saying that means make a move that's going to hurt the team's future. But if there's a move that you can make without giving up Mitchell Robinson, if you can give up Precious, and I don't even necessarily feel like you need to give up Precious and McBride because how much are you bringing back in salary with that kind of move? Is there a $10 million a year player that's worth giving up those two for? If there is, he's a super low-key guy who's super young, who's raw that a team would just have to be willing to give up. The only team that I think would help us come playoff time are the Detroit Pistons, depending on their positioning, because they did the same for us last year. They gave us Bojan and Alec Burks. And that's probably because of Scott Perry's ties with them. And although Scott Perry wasn't with the team anymore, I think he helped us establish a strong relationship there. So they have some veteran players that we could probably get in a trade to help off the bench. But I don't think we have the assets to really satisfy that unless you're giving up Precious, unless you're throwing in Miles McBride as a sweetener because he's on a good contract. But I don't want to give up Mitchell Robinson. I don't think you give up Mitchell Robinson. I'm sorry, because he's a tough guy who plays with toughness. Mitch, if teams started going on runs, Mitch would at least get a block and smack the ball into the crowd to let teams know, now we're not going for that. And that helped to give us momentum. Right? We only have one guy right now that makes momentum plays, and that's Josh Hart. None of these other guys really do anything that gets the momentum going when the team is in a funk. And if Josh Hart is not bringing it night in and night out, we're in trouble. If he's not rebounding, we're in trouble. And it shouldn't be like that. This team lacks the toughness right now to play with the right intensity. And I'm not saying that we can't figure it out or that we won't have it come playoff time. I look at Cat's comment yesterday. He said, hey, in response to not beating the top 4 teams in both conferences. He said, "Listen, if we keep focusing on the right day to day, we'll be ready when we need to be against those guys." Which, yeah, that sounds good in theory, but you still have to make sure that you're doing everything in your power as a team to match other teams' intensity and physicality. Houston bullied us. The Jazz bullied us the first game around. We have to be the ones that are putting that type of impression on teams, not the other way around. Mm-hmm. Teams are not scared to go up against us. We sweet. We nice guys. Like, we're nice guys.
And that's where you bring in some of your young guys, bro. Like, man, that's why I love some of these podcasts, like the player podcasts, like the KG, obviously 520, I think is the best one. But KG, he said these teams are missing that veteran presence, telling these guys how to play professional, blah, blah. Another thing that I saw a lot of veterans dudes do, they would tell dudes, yo, you got to give me, I need 6 fouls from you tonight. We playing against Jordan. We playing against Kobe. We playing against McGrady. We playing against Vince Carter. You want to earn some minutes? Because, okay, the coach might tell you one instruction, but you playing against Kobe. Kobe's going to get his regardless. He's going to cook you. But I need to see you play defense where if he's going to cook you, he's going to have to work for the ingredients. And that means Pacome, Huck, any of these guys showboating, knock a shoulder into them. Next time they go up, give them a good flagrant. We down by 20 anyway. But let them know they're not doing that in a house like that. Or you have to pay for it. Go back to shooting them little Q3s. You're not doing that in this house. And I'm not saying go out there and play dirty. I watch this team, bro. I'm seeing dudes celebrate. Now, granted, look, these guys, they do the little sellies that might be annoying to people, which hey, the game is a game. But I've seen other teams bully us. I've seen other teams play dirty on us. I've seen other teams just demoralize us. These young boys going out there, bro. Pacome, I know you French, but I need you to play like you from East New York. I don't care, son. That dude's guarding you, hand check him. I don't care. You got to foul good. Give me 6 fouls. And then we learn from there. We build from there to make you a better defender against, lesser players, whatever. But these teams feel too comfortable, and they doing this in MSG, bro. Do you understand how Red Holtzman is turning his grave watching this garbage, bro? Willis Reed watching this? Earl the Pearl, who's still alive, watching this? Walt Clyde Frazier yesterday. What he was saying yesterday, the quote he said yesterday. These guys not playing for each other, bro. And the funny thing, man, salute to this guy, Alan Hahn. But I'm tired of y'all dudes, because y'all sound stupid. No offense, man. When y'all say things like, y'all New York Knicks fans want the old school defense, blah, blah. That old school defense would be carrying us right now. You can't sit here and tell me if we have more depth or more defense, the Magic and the Bulls are beating us. That OKC the first game is beating us. We poo-poo defense, and that's what we need. We need that man. That's a premium right now for the Knicks. Our best defenders are getting tired out by other teams' game plans because our center plays drop back. So where is the defense coming from at the end of these games? Just think about this. Teams are purposely attacking Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby and using their screens to get their points off and making those guys run into walls, making them run into to screen after screen after screen, run them ragged. The scouting report is out on the Knicks. And it's up to us to change that. Let me get to the Bucks game, man. The Bucks game coming up. And guys, I apologize. I can't cover the game tomorrow because I got a game myself at 4 p.m. So I'll do a post-game wrap-up probably a little bit later because I want to watch the full game, not just the highlights. But I'll do a post-game late so y'all guys could join and watch. We could talk about it. Hopefully they have the damn possessions up so I can actually break down the film properly. NBA, I got to do better because I thought it was my computer and it's literally only the OKC game where you can't get possessions up. But yeah, the Bucks. I think Giannis, did he have 40 and 14, 40 and 12? The other game they just beat the Magic yesterday, won by 3 to the Magic who just got Powell back. They beat the Spurs the other night. They beat the Raptors. They lost to the Trailblazers a few days ago. But Giannis is looking demonic right now. Still not really scared. Too scared. We know how they play. I do like Cat's chances in that game. Oh, I said Cat's. Brunson's chances in that game. Giannis is most likely going to guard Cat, so that's going to be an issue. Even though we still need Cat to play as a sentry in a post. So that's going to be a tough fight, man. Knicks right now aren't really playing convincing basketball where you can say, okay, they played bad in this game, but they're just in a funk. They're in their heads right now. And maybe it is the playoff, the all-star designations that are driving players, which is pretty selfish. But I don't see Cat playing selfish, and I've seen Brunson play Brunson hero ball before. So I don't know.
Yo, I gotta get out of here, bro. But I'm gonna definitely jump on tomorrow.
Got you, my guy. See you later, man. You doing a DJ set?
Nah. I'm just going out.
All right. Enjoy, my guy. Be safe.
All right, my boy. All right, bro.
Peace. That's my brother Darcy, man. This dude hit me up earlier today, like, yo, we gotta talk about this. I was supposed to start a little bit early at 7 p.m., but I had to start at 8. So this was my brother Darcy, man. But and I want to do film too, so I had so many freaking plays. I might do a small little video afterwards. But this is not kosher. Oh my gosh. Oh, Dante, you bum. My son Dante DiVincenzo right now eating with confidence. Golly, I miss this mother effer, man. Oh, I miss Dante DiVincenzo the Knicks, bro. I hate this dude, man. He got traded, man. I miss Dante, man. Pause, no, whatever you want to call it, man. That was my son. That was my son, bro. I don't care what no one says, man. Great show. I miss IQ. Yo, it's crazy. I watched that Raptors game, bro, and your man really didn't really put the fair guard in the Knicks. IQ and RJ really felt like they weren't really impactful. IQ was more impactful because when he came out, the other team made a run. Even though I think the Knicks were just toying around, they just were playing not good basketball. Let me see. Ralph Frazier was calling it Swiss cheese. It is Swiss cheese defense, bro. But again, dead legs. Dead legs. Let me show y'all some. Let's go through this before we close out. And this video is non-monetized, so it doesn't really matter. I won't get closed down for this. Let me try to slow it up. Look at how much SGA setting the tone. This is what I call smart basketball. Look how much your man SGA set the tone by attacking Cat off the screens. Smart basketball is sex to me. This is sex. Attack Cat on every. Look at this. Get to at the pinch. He's not gonna step up. Boom, light work. Now these aren't. Not every play was that, but look how you set the tone early in the game. Another Cat. Look at iHeart send that screen early. Well, it's not early, but send that screen. Look at that Cat drop back. Abolish the freaking drop back. Please. I need to find a damn clip where Cat actually was stuck on the island with SGA, and SGA missed the shot. If he gets past you, so the F what? If he crossed you over, so the F what? Josh Hart was just crossed over last week. Is anybody still talking about it? No. Is Josh Hart on a poster with his ankles broken? No. Look at them. They just, and granted, Cat wasn't in this one. Look, son. Nah. These dudes not playing for each other, bro. Look what Achua did. That's Jaylin Williams, Jaylin, from, I think, Wisconsin. I forget which school he went to. My guy, SGA, is the focal point on defense. All you guys in the chat, tell me in what universe would Precious Achua not step up here? Precious is ready. You think he's going to help in hedge, right? Now, you already see he's going to get past his man. I would let Jaylin Williams shoot that three at top of the key any given day of the week versus allowing SGA to get to his spots. Look at Chua. What the? He almost gets in, what's the name's way? Makau's way. Look at this. Brunson doesn't step up. Josh doesn't step up. Is it Brunson not wanting to step up because he doesn't want to get hurt and hurt his chance to go to the All-Star game? Bro, Son, Cat and Brunson get to the All-Star game this year, and we still playing like this, and we end up a 500 team by the All-Star break, bro. No one's gonna be celebrating that All-Star. Last year was special for JB. Now this is fast break. The Knicks just look terrible, and SGA just has a weird game where he could just explode, start on a dime, and then the finishing around the rim because his long arms and he's strong too. But just watch these players, bro. Cat's a game. What are we gonna do with Cat? Is Cat gonna step up? Nope. And look at where Cat is. Hold up. Look at where Cat is. Look at where Cat is. Now this is showboating. Look at what Cat is in no man's land. I'm stopping this dude from getting at the pinch. Josh is gonna step up here. Let him kick it out here to the corner. Let him kick it out there to the corner. Why are you giving him this much space? Look at this space, bro. Look at this space, bro. This is light work. He's a mid-range marauder. Mid-range murderer. He's eating that every single bro, dogs. And then obviously here with JB, he cooked JB. That's just a tough shot. Some of these shots are not solely on the defense. It's like nothing you could do with it. But here again, now we get the switch. JB get the double, pass it down low, and look at where OG is. How in the world? We never played defense this bad like this last year, bro. The rotations, yeah, we had games were tied. There's games you lack focus. I give you that. But in terms of rotations on defense, bro, son, OG's there before, bro. Son, the way OG's playing in January. All right, this is the previous play. Hold on, let me see. Okay, get to the. Why is OG so late? You see him make the pass. You're watching the basketball. You step up. Then Cat rotates down low. So if this guy at the foul line, I think that's Cameron Williams. I can't see who that is. That's Cameron Williams. If he gets the ball there, he has to kick out to the outside guy. Cat could go back out to the outside, defend that, try to close out. But force these guys into bad forced shots, pressured shots. This is terrible. Why is OG so late? This is OG. So this is a team thing. OG don't play selfish defense like this, bro. He might be tired, whatever. I give you that. Maybe on a given play, but nah, dogs, this ain't it. This ain't it. That was on the first half, my boy. Look at that. Hold on. Run pick and roll, right? With Cat. Look at that. Drop back. Drop back. Drop back. Do you understand why the drop back is the bane of our defense? I've been saying this for years. People want to talk about the outside shots? Yes. Where do the outside shots come from? Unless we play the Celtics who just jack up shots. These outside shots are coming from what? Dribble drive penetration, typically off of what? The screen game, right? Sometimes ISO. Many times ISO too. I'm not going to say just sometimes. This is butt. This is butt basketball. Garbage. I think it's a fast break opportunity. Is that another pick and roll? Yup. This time for the three. Put the cherry on top. They are big effort. I'm feeling it. And a glass and a sip of my way. Look at that. JB playing back. That's a tough shot. It's actually a crazy hezzy he did. SJ's a mutant. He's an absolute mutant, but it doesn't help to give him these beautiful open shots, playing such poor defense. Look at that. Macabre. Look at the lack of help. Huck Purdy with no help underneath. Son, y'all see the dude driving to the basketball, or to the basket. Y'all see this. McBride, you. That tag is trash. Huck Purdy, you're already down low. If he passes it to Jalen, bro, you have enough recovery to stop him at the... Jalen's not some world beater, bro. This is trash. Yo, so this makes me want to cry, son. So Alan Hahn, when you talk about defense and... Bro, son, hey, yo. Yeah, that same defense will be carrying us, my boy. That same defense will be carrying us right now, my guy. We don't have it. I'm about to be out, man. Make these videos for y'all, man. Macau ain't guard nobody. Low IQ basketball. Agreed. Every team NBA knows Tibbs runs his team to the ground. So they're figuring him out. Some people just dropping through. Suit to Nick, man. Now you good, bro. You good, bro. I'm about to close out, man. Nick is busy working tonight, man. Make that money. Support your family. Every team NBA knows Tibbs runs his team to the ground. So you figure out to run them every time they get the ball. That is what OKC did. Ran them out of the gym. Macau is solid. Tibbs smells of elder. All right. Bandana there, my guy. Salute, my guy. Was a pain for me. Yo, bro, son. Yo, you understand? We watching this game while Ohio State's playing Texas yesterday. So the bar was like 90%, like 85%, like 90% for the football game, and then 10% us. Maybe even less. Might have been 95-5. And we sit up there screaming, mad, then getting depressed as the game just progressed into nothingness. Like, it was dogs, bro. It was bad, man. PH salute. 289 defensive starting lineup. Tribe Called Quest. I don't think JB making an all-star roster. We're missing Mitch. Mitch will never drop. No, Mitch drop back, Sherwin. Don't do that. Sherwin. I will show clips of Mitch playing drop back. Sherwin, remember the game we played against the Hawks? Not in the playoffs last year. We played them, I'm going to say the second or third. No, not last year. 2 years ago. Second or third game coming back. Mitch came back from injury. Or was back from injury. Your Bears playing drop back. It may have been the playoff year we played against. No, because he didn't come back that year. So I think it was the year after. You may have missed that first game he came back versus the Hawks. We won the first 3 games. Or maybe the first 2. I can't remember which one. But yeah, that game, Mitch was playing drop back. Mitch plays a lot of drop back. What Mitch does, though, or can do, he can cheat with his height and his jumping ability. That's why his drop backs don't look as bad. He'll make the mistake, but he could rest. Well, back in the day, he can. He could rest on his athleticism. Eddie Suarez, salute, my guy. JB is also playing hurt. I'm pretty sure he's playing with fracture wrist that he sustained before the season. He's always hurt. But if you hurt, if you're not injured, big difference between being injured and being hurt. If you're out there to play, do the opponent wide open threes film. I got you, man. Yeah, please suggest film, man, that you guys want to see. Also, sign up for the Discord. Let me put the Discord link up. Please, I'm trying to grow this community because I want to see you guys outside. When I actually get the damn cord that works to do film, that works to do interviews. I was so hurt yesterday, man. I was so pissed. I had this stupid wire, and I'm like, yeah, this is the wire. And I bought this wire. I was out with Ace one time, my brother Brandon. And I bought the wire, and the wire did not work. I wanted to cry, son. I wanted to cry. See my man Bandana Dan out there, bro. He's in a Discord right now, man. Salute my guy. Let me put the Discord link for you guys up, man. Please join me. I'm trying to create a community of sickos, man. I'll do, and like I said, if you guys join the Discord for the people who don't have access to the games, and I get access to and I find a way to get access to the games, you know what I'm saying? Let me not say that. Let me just say, you guys join the Discord. I'm here to help. That's it. Let me see. This obviously disconnected this team. It's going to be a 1 hour highlight for opponents' wide open threes. Don and Ken, how old are you? Eddie Suarez, my guy. Teams blitz, double switch, and zone us. Yo, that yesterday was the first game I seen us really struggle with the zone. Now, I like what OKC did. Anytime you're around the wings, they try to like double and harass. And nothing too that gets me pissed too. The Knicks are getting so scared, they don't even want to flash the foul line to help neutralize the zone, bro. Y'all see that? Guys ain't cutting out the foul line as much anymore. Go back to the first OKC game, and we destroyed their zone, or did a good job against their zone. Go into the third quarter, fourth quarter, JB's getting doubled. Guys are not stepping up anymore at the foul line to help out anymore. That made no sense to me. It's like we just lost our religion in one quarter. We got scared. Now, is it that guys are just waiting back and they just know, oh, JB's going to over dribble? But when JB gets doubled up top, I've seen him make that pass to the cutter at the foul line to the zone breaker. Like, what is, yo, son, what is wrong with this team, son? Some of these guys were here last year or 3 years already. Son, this is crazy. If y'all join and comment Discord, I do promise to entertain and clown on Sims and Mitch. Y'all can curse as much as you want. There's no slurs or nothing. Y'all can curse as much as y'all want. You can talk as much griminess. Y'all can talk about freaking Joy Taylor as much as you want. I talk about whatever you want, bro. But I want to see it pop. See it pop. I can't use that word. But I want to see it grow and blossom. And that's on me. I got to do a better job, but I'm showing it to you guys now. Y'all people learn how to break a zone in middle school. They know how to do it, but they don't do it. Yo, son, they don't want to do it. They don't want to do it. And it could be dead legs. You get tired. You don't want to move as much. You get flustered mentally. Because some of the guys that's supposed to be doing it, Mikal Bridges. I seen him late in games not make that cut to the foul line to get the ball, attack. And this is where I like Huck Purdy. This is where I like Huck Purdy. Huck Purdy does a good job again to that foul line, breaking his zone, attacking the basket. He could pass well. He can also attack the basket, hit the floater, make the layup. Sims don't do that. Achua can cut, but I be talking about this. How many games Achua shies away from the damn basketball when they pass him off those double teams? Yeah, man. Yo, son. We got a lot, and I hate doing this. I hate having shows when we talk about the bass stuff. I hate it. And by the way, guys, I'm going to be out next week from Wednesday to Monday because I'll be out in Colombia. I will, as much as Wi-Fi helps me, I will be doing little breakdowns after the games and stuff, talking about what I've seen. It'd be weird because I guess it'll be sunny or whatever in Colombia, but I will try to do the breakdowns for you guys, but I will not be able to do the watch-alongs. But I'm not trying to stop on the content, so please stay tuned for that as well, too. Sherman's also right. You ninjas stay talking offense like we don't have a top 3 offense right now. Get some defensive players for the bench who got some offensive game so that way Tibbs has an excuse not to play them. Well, sir, unknown, who are the players you want? Who are the players you want that are two-way players that these teams out there are just ready to give up? Let me know. Cartagena. Who are these two-way players on these other teams that other organizations are ready to give up so easily? Your man said Sexton. You think Danny Ainge is giving up Sexton with anything less than a first rounder? He just sat up there and said that Walker Kessler is now no longer up for sale, which is a lie. He's trying to drive up the price for dude, which is ready at 2 first rounders allegedly. Like, what are we doing here? Like, Sexton, don't get me wrong, Sexton could be decent. I'm not the biggest fan of Sexton, but there's not a plethora of players that other teams are getting ready to give up to the Knicks or be ready to give up to the Knicks unless we're gonna pay a crazy premium. And Sexton's not playing no damn defense for you. Come on, dogs. Like, what are we talking about here, bro? There's some players I would like. I would love a Trey Man. He got back issues right now, which is not a good thing for an explosive player. I would love Trey Man. I like Nick Smith, but I doubt Tibbs is going to put trust in him. Herb Jones could be one. The Pelicans give him up. They probably want a first for him. Because they got to break that team down. That team is... Come on, the Zion experiment is done. It's done, excuse me. It's done. Like, bro, it's not that simple, man. People try to make it seem like there's just like, bro, we could just go out there and trade for anybody. We got to get these... Oh, bro, it has to be strategic because we only really have one shot. Herb Jones out for the season, right? Oh, forgot. And Trey Murphy's out too. And Trey Murphy's out. We don't got options like that. I forgot Herb Jones is out, man. I apologize, y'all. We don't got options. You damn sure not getting your man Jordan Hawkins. That's a mainstay for them. We love Marcus Smart on the Knicks. He's not going to be there focused. All right. Yeah, focus on him. Yeah, y'all wildin'. Chill. Chill. He plays hard, bro. Come on, Deuce is garbage. We have no picks for Utah. Y'all dudes is wildin', son. Now you moving the carrot. How am I moving the carrot, bro? Sexton's not a good defense. Y'all wanted two-way players. Where are these two-way players coming from? I would love Ken Whitmore. You think he's not going without a first? Unless he truly continues to cause a ruckus for the Rockets. Come on, son. Ben Simmons? Mr. No Back? Mr. Ain't gonna shoot the ball? Mr. Ain't gonna try to score, look for a shot at all? I still rather take Markelle Fultz over him, but money's money, and that's, well, yeah, you did say on the buyout. I just don't see that happening. I forgot Herb Jones out for the season. My bad, yo. That's a real goofy comment. You got Robert Williams with the Blazers, but he's a guy who's been terribly injured, man. That's a 2050 second rounder right there, bro. But the Celtics also were interested in trying to bring him back. They're a second apron team. They're just in a weird spot. I would like Kobe White now, bro. I'm not sure the Bulls are down to help us out. Kobe White, I think, is making 14, 15. Why is anybody talking about the bad officiating? The officiating is bad, Craig. But the other issues that we have internally are doing it more for us, bro. I got to be honest. Well, Markelle Fultz, because he doesn't have a contract right now. As a facilitator, he'd be excellent. Now, defense, I don't know about that. Probably not at all. And he can't shoot. White and Richards for who? Who are you talking about? White and Richards. Knicks don't get calls. Yeah, bro, Benson's, Craig. We never get in foul calls. But we do enough. We do more to ourselves than the foul calls have done to us, bro. Drop back defense, and bad defensive rotations. Jalen Brunson hero ball, something. That's enough, bro. That's enough, man. He said talking to ladies on vacation like he did to that Jamaican shit. I'm not even gonna come on that. Kobe might get trouble. Yeah. Oh man, Donald Ken's a piece of ish, man. David Smith fact, man, we used to be able to watch, and now we know what a foul. Bro, but it's not just that. We get it, bro, but we do enough to ourselves. I get it. If we were losing games by 2 points, 1 point, I would give you that. We getting blown out, my guy. We got blown out by the Magic. We got blown out by the Magic. And you know what's getting me pissed too about this team? We don't use pace effectively enough. Do we play slow? Are there times when JB's over dribbling? Yeah, but that's not using pace effectively. We don't move the ball around. We're not trying to find the sweet spots. The ball dies. The ball dies way too many times, bro. On the Jalen Brunson focus possession, bro. It dies too many times with him. Yo, JB's my guy. I'm not sitting up here trying to issue him like, oh, JB needs to go. No, that's corny. Yeah, buffoons out there who are attacking JB's family and stuff. You guys are clowns. If JB was in your face, y'all be kissing his feet. Y'all be sniffing his gonads. You guys are losers. But JB has to do a better job, man. I need to see the Jimmy Butler, Jalen Brunson. Simple as that. I need to see the Jimmy Butler, Jalen Brunson. Not I was an all-star last year, I'm trying to get it back. Nah. No, I'm saying pay with less pace. Control the pace better. Half-court possession, man, move the ball around until you find a good spot on the floor. Inside-out game, even if you start with a 5-out offense. Get the switches. I don't see enough of that, my guy. OG for Jimmy Butler. That's wild, son. He wants to get paid. He's getting paid 48 this year, 52 this year. And Jimmy Butler's about to be 50. No, whoa, I said 50. He's about to be 35. 36. 35, 36. So I don't think Butler's an option, bro. If he gets bought out, wants to go to a cheap team, $48 million to be bought out, that's crazy. But Pat Riley is the Don Dada. Jimmy Butler playing, well, he still wants to play for a starter. That's why he says he wants, or play as a starter. That's why he said he wants to go to the Suns, allegedly. Right? He don't want to give that up. So, I don't know, bro. We got a tough game tomorrow, man. I'm about to be out. Got a slight little headache, but got some stuff for you guys. Had a cool interview. Top point guards in the league. My brother Jared. Gonna put that out on a YouTube short. We got some stuff to talk about, man. But guys, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure to hit the dark notification bell to get each and every notification for each and every video. Again, it's going to be hard for me to do a weekly next week, but I do want to do these weeklies more and more, as well as tape videos. It's just finding time, but we got to start doing these weeklies, man. I'm seeing a lot of participation from you guys in this weekly. I might do weekend weeklies. It might just be on the weekends. Simple as that. It might just be on the weekends. So I appreciate you guys. Man, hit the like, subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the dark notification bell. Also, join the Discord, man. My brother Donald Kins throwing up darts in there, so please join us, build a community, man. Again, I appreciate you guys, man. You guys are the best. Love all the support. Be safe. Peace, salute. God bless, and I'll see you guys on the next one. We are out. Peace.